Hey, morning everybody. Welcome back to Hex Token channel. Wow, overnight. Man, it's morning my time, but it's almost midday. But man, the market's red as lava, and of course, BTC has pretty much hit our $22,000 to $23,000 range. We've been talking about for a while. There is, of course, no one wants to go there unless you're interested in buying. But of course, higher asset values are a stronger valuation. So this is the way it goes. I'm your host, Superman. Get into the chat, say hello as usual. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Been a good number of streamers overnight, which is nice to see. So a big shout out to them. And here we are. Pulsechain's in the house there. I could see Pulsechain, man. I love that chant. We got Peace, Prosperity, and Pulsechain, says the Church of Universal Oneness. I like that. Brenda's in the house there as well. Good morning to you. Very, very cool. Now, obviously, the market is red. We can see that here. So 238 has been pretty low at 22,000, depends on which chart you're looking at, but it is a pretty low, red as lava there, and it has hit our $22,000 to $23,000 target, and it is going actually pretty fast, actually getting there pretty fast as well. So that's pretty much that. So we're going to hear from Richard about this, if you're just in the case of yeah, it's a little bit sad. Actually, I probably won't play that video now. I'm thinking about it. It's probably a little bit too sad. But anyway, we'll get on to the chart here with the Bitcoin. I was thinking about playing, but then I thought maybe it's a little bit too sad. So here we are with the video. With the chart here on Bitcoin. And we've got $22,057 on this chart. This is Coinbase, and this is Coin 360 here. So I'm not sure where they actually derive their price from. Maybe it's this Coin 360 there, but BTC just slightly higher on this one. ETH down under 1,200 here as well. ETH down under 1,200 and BNB at 219. That's pretty much it. The Celsius is. We're going to talk about Celsius too. Obviously, that's it looks a bit like the lunar chart. And so we're going to talk about that too. So here we are. We've got a big move down. Remember, we had this big move from 40 down to what was it, 25,330. So we had a massive move there. That's about $14,500 move. So a pretty big one back here. And of course, now we're down here at 22,000 on this particular chart on Coinbase, and big move down. Now, if we had an equivalent move of this, a 40,500, it would take us down. If we took the yellow line at 29,400, it would take us down to about 15,000. So that'd be pretty interesting if we got that big. And so yeah, even from the top of the range here, 32 minus 14 minus 14.5, that would be 17,500 at the top of the range if we took it from there. But of course, this is where we're fighting around. This 29,400. This is where we had got resistance. Got support, I should say, back in June last year, and of course a little bit there in January 21 as well. And that's where we broke up in the first bull run there to our top, and away we went. So we've got our top, of course, back here on the 10th of November last year. That was our chop based on the Coinbase chart. And, of course, we are down from there at the moment, down 68% at the moment, 68% on Bitcoin. So 68% there is what we're down from the top. And that's in 215 days. Down 68%. So cool on that one. That's kind of where we're at. Hey, we've got a few people in the chat there. Pumpkin Owl's in the house there. Hey, Hex Force is in there too. Hey, Hex Force, good to see you in the house. And Pumpkin Owl says, hi, Superman. Can you look at the new Pulsechain projects? Looking at a couple, including Snowball. Wondering your thoughts. Always love your presence here. Thank you. All appreciate it, as you know. Sure, I'll have a look at that. Now, I am actually continuing to build out the Pulsechain projects. So we're going to push that. I'll be doing more work on that probably today. So yeah, I'll have a look at that. What's the video, says Brennan? Do you guys really want to watch the video? It's a little sad. It's we have played this video. It's one of the highest of stakes series, but of course I just don't know. I don't know if it's good form to play it now that I'm thinking about it. I thought it was funny at the beginning, but maybe it's not that funny. T-Hex says, what's up, Hexkins, Pulsechins all around the world. Good to see you, T-Hex. And Pulse says, going down faster than a new bride's 90s, says Pulse Beta. That's one way to put it. And, of course, Sandy Beach is in the house there, looking good. Hey, Sandy Beach. And Pulse Beta says, can we be a Pulsekin if Pulse doesn't exist? We can be a Pulse Hopium, something like that. And Dave on the branch. Yeah. Well, you think about it. We've, we had the sacrifice, like we had the idea was much earlier, but we had the sacrifice July. Could it end up being? We're coming up to a year pretty soon, right? So we're not too far away from a year, a month away from a year. So 11 months since the sacrifice. And could it be 18 months by the time we launch? That's that's quite a bit of time. Or could it be even longer? That'd be crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was even longer than that? So we'll see how we get on there. Sandy Beach says, hello, Hex Token and everybody. Just caught up on RH live stream from yesterday. Hey, nice, Sandy Beach. Yeah, I only watched, didn't end up watching the whole thing. I ended up watching the beginning, which I posted the video of that. So I think I got the better stuff out of there, though. Sandy Beach is in the house there with the emojis, looking good. Loving life from Chicago, USA. Time to sell the F350 diesel 7.3 liter for as much Hex as I can. I'm excited for this bottom, says the Church Universe Oneness. Yeah. Like I say, we're going to get into the Hex price. We'll talk about where the bottom is for Hex because it's going to be interesting to see how much the market can drag Hex down or whether Hex can show some resilience. So we're going to talk about that. Brendan says, I will watch it later. That's fine, says Brendan. Oh, you're talking about, which one are you talking about, Brendan? You're talking about the video that I was going to play? Yeah, it's not a big deal, Brendan, but the Richard Hart video was from yesterday, the live stream one. This one here is an it's number 7 on the highest of stakes video, if you're wondering what it is there, Brendan. Need my Hex token pills, says Dave down it. Hey, appreciate that. Pills are for free. Brendan says Hex going past 3 cents. You mean going down past 3 cents? Yeah, we'll get to that. I just see it's just starting to slide now, actually, so we'll get that shortly. Yikes, it just went under 3 cents. Yeah, we'll talk about that. All right, so we might have to jump to that now. Anyway, so Bitcoin here is down at the bottom of our range, 22.23. If you recall, we were talking about that. That's where it is at the moment. How much more is it going to slip? Was it going to consolidate at this stage? It looks like it is losing a bit of steam, but you just never know with this thing. It can really do some pretty amazing things on the way down, just like it does on the way up. The other thing, of course, we've got Celsius. Ouchie. And of course, after having Luna, it's not great form having another big name go down. We got Celsius. It was up at $8 and as high as $8, and of course it's been falling here. What time frame have we got here? Daily. It's been falling here now, 26 cents at the moment, and it's been as low as 18 cents from the looks of it. So that's Celsius for you. Excuse me. So Celsius had a couple of things here on Twitter. Celsius 21 hours ago says is pausing all withdrawals, swap, and transfers between our accounts. Acting in the interest of our community is a top priority. Operations continue, and we will continue to share information with the community. And they have more there. It's completely weird, right? So there's obviously a lot of money transfers from I think Bitfinex and things like that, trying to shore up their position. They also had an update here 36 minutes ago to clear up any confusion. Celsius network had nothing to do with the creation of a so-called Celsius 2.0 token. Damn scammers out there. Our security team is on alert, as you should all be. Please be brilliant. So that's pretty much it from them. And obviously they've got some issues with there's a lot of shonky stuff going on, and they shouldn't even be in this position, right, where they're stopping withdrawals or anything. It should be a fluid system. So there's obviously their asset side is flawed, right? Their backing side seems to be flawed. So there we are. Let us jump over to the memo that they had. We are writing, excuse me. Sorry about that. We are writing with a very important message to our customers. Due to extreme market conditions today, we're announcing that Celsius is pausing all withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between accounts. Now, that shouldn't be an issue, right? So people know in crypto that we get these extreme events, and we have them all the time. where we get these big movements like this. This is part of crypto, and you want to have your products. Your products have to be able to take into account these sort of big moves up and big moves down all the time. Look, I mean, there's heaps of them all over crypto. That's why it's part of the opportunity that's in crypto. You get the downs though. So this is kind of a little bit silly, and if they were properly collateralized, they'd be fine. But obviously, big problems with what these guys are doing in their business model. So pretty crazy. We are taking this action today to put Celsius in a better position to honor over time its withdrawal obligations. I mean, that sentence there rings massive alarm bells, and obviously the market's reacted, right? So the market's reacted to all that, and you can see the market's pretty much collapsed on the price. Not completely though; it's still 26 cents, so it's not worthless at all. But it's certainly been smashed in the pants, as it were, smashed in the nose, something like that. Some pretty crazy stuff there. Acting in the interest of our community is a top priority. In service of that commitment and to adhere to our risk management framework, we have activated a clause in our terms of use that will allow for this process to take place. Celsius has valuable assets. We're working diligently to meet our obligations. And some people have talked about them trying to get their assets off other platforms to get that, like Bitfinex. So that's where it is. If you want to find out further information, there's quite a few people talking about this in detail. We are taking this necessary action for the benefit of our entire community in order to stabilize liquidity and operations. We take steps to preserve and protect assets. Furthermore, customers will continue to accrue rewards during the pause in line with our commitment to customers. We understand this news is difficult, but we believe that our decision to pause withdrawals, swaps, transfers between accounts is the most responsible action we can take to protect our community. We are working with a single focus to protect and preserve assets to meet our obligations to customers. Our ultimate objective is to stabilize liquidity and restore withdrawals. So this liquidity issue is the big one. Pretty crazy stuff, really. There is a lot of work ahead as we consider various options. First, it will take time, and there may be delays. So this is pretty much, your business model is crap, and it can't withstand a so-called market withdrawal, correction, volatility, whatever. So pretty bad. Now the CEO, of course, of this company, used to be bashing Hex all the time, and so it doesn't look too good for him now. And of course, this is the way it goes. We thank the incredible Celsius community for your support today. It is our pleasure to serve you. Our operations continue. We will continue to share information with the community as it becomes available. Sincerely, the Celsius team. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that people aren't able to take their assets out. They aren't able to, sell them into USDC or whatever they want to do to preserve those over any particular period of time, etc. So lots of problems there. And they got lots of all this fine print stuff as well. So pretty crazy. Was it not your keys, not your coins, right? Not your keys, not your coins. That's a big lesson to be learned there, I guess. Here's the yields that they've been offering. I mean, True USD up to 9%. So these are pretty attractive returns for stable coins. You can see this. So obviously that possibly was part of the issue. I wouldn't say it's the whole thing there. Obviously, what are they doing with the actual assets as well? So cool. And like I say, there's quite a few commenters out there in more detail. If you're after stuff more detail on Celsius, it's pretty much a roundup. Let's get to Hexy. And let's see who else is in the chat there. RH did look tired, but he looked good, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, I thought he looked pretty good. Had a bit of a vibe going. Funny but sad is that RH showing his feet on live stream yesterday. No, Chris, that's funny, Chris. That's funny, man. I couldn't believe him doing that. That was hilarious. Bring that beautiful price to me, says CJ. Absolutely. Hex does at 3 cents. Load up. Good morning. Yeah. So here's our Hex. Let's have a look at Hex in detail. Obviously, Hex is at a pretty serious pullback as well. Like, there's not much more. Once you get over 85%, that's a pretty big one, isn't it? So Hex is also having that. Now, obviously, it's its own, got its own features, supply and demand features to it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So we're coming back to the all-time high here. And we're going to, I haven't got enough room here. Let me just get that down. I can't get the actual ruler to work. So 51, yeah, it's close enough. And we're currently down almost 94%. So Pretty big. Obviously, the alternative, of course, is how much are you up in X returns. This is percentage down, but nevertheless, that's still a very major pullback there. Obviously, a buying opportunity for people. And of course, at what point will Hex not go with the market, right? At what point will Hex do that? Will Hex suddenly stop? That's typically, we're used to that a lot, but obviously with this big downtrend, that's sort of broken down a bit, a lot, I should say. So we'll see what happens there. But at the moment, we're at 3.1 cents and can hold some residuals. Now, I have a few things I would like to say on the live stream, but I really don't feel it's appropriate. So I'm not going to say some of those things that are positives. But we'll see whether those play out, even though, I'd love to say them, just speculation on my part. But so yeah, this is where we're at, 3.1 cents. Now, full retrace at the moment is, a retreat, 95% retrace is down to 2.6 cents, and a 98% retrace is down to 1 cent there. And currently we're at 3.1 at the moment. Now, when I woke up, we were at 3.3 cents, and you can see that on the hourly chart here. So we just had a bit of selling going on here. Actually, where we get down to 2.9 cents, and we're currently at just under 3.1 cents at the moment. So we just had a little bit of volume there, sell. We're coming up to the end of the day in about 13 minutes, so the end of the Hex day. So we're coming up on that. And we actually, in the last couple of hours, we're up at 3.6 cents. Now we're down, obviously, with the market retracing. If you look at the Bitcoin market, look at that candle, pretty hardcore. And if we go to the hourly on the Bitcoin, you can see that's pretty severe there. Oh, what the heck? Let's pull that up there. So, Bitcoin's down particularly strong at the moment. And so Hex has come down pretty strong as well. Sorry, wrong chart there. On the hourly, Hex is pretty strongly down too. So it's following Bitcoin down. Just what it is at the moment, back at 3.1. Yeah, can we see some resilience? We haven't had a lot of big market buying at the moment, so that's probably one big thing. So let's have a look at the whale bot. So we got all these big holders, large holders of X selling here. Look at this. So actually, it wasn't too bad. Actually, we weren't actually too bad. Let's have a look at the last 24 hours just to give an idea. I think we've got anything here. So we had 5.5 million sold 22 hours ago. That's all that sell pressure, 200k there. We had some penalties in there, some nice penalties. What else there? We got 6 million X bought 21 hours ago, so that was positive. I think we've talked about this before in our last live streams. 7.8 million sold 19 hours ago. 8.7 sold 6 hours ago. That's 302,000. And 7 months ago, 74.5 million stake for 30 days. So one of those big short stakers. So that's pretty much it. So nothing big there being sold in recent times. So it's a lot of small players from the looks of it. But that candle looks pretty big there as well. So that's there for Hex on the hourly. Hedron down at 219. And of course, this is on the hourly. The last hour, we actually reached the low of 208. So man, that is pretty low on there. And of course, our good old friend Maxi is down at 5.6 cents, and the premium on Maxi should be holding up pretty well, I would think. That makes should be holding up very well. 69% on the Maxi is on the daily. And of course, it's a 69% premium over Hex, so the price is 69% higher than X's prices. So it's pretty cool, and it's sitting right in the middle of the range, almost just above the middle. So we're still holding up fairly well. I was trying to do something there, but let's have a look. We have had a high of the premium at 74%, 73.6 is the high of the premium in the last day. Finally, our Pulse Dodge coin is down at 178, and that is actually, if you think about what's going on in the markets, that's actually holding up pretty well. And I know it's down, but if you think about what's happening to Bitcoin at the moment, that is still holding up very well. And if you think about what's happening to Hex and stuff like that, that's doing pretty well. So remember, it launched at $1, still at $1.78. Now, is this just going to continue to go down? We will see. It's very hard to tell from this chart because we haven't had, the chart hasn't been around very long. But I would say we've still got a lot of people in house there. So if you look at the daily, this is the daily chart here. So it's definitely on the support line that it was at the moment, about $1.65. So we'll see here. If you ignore this this one here, this is all the way down to $1.06. So that would be the next one here. So kind of on support level here, and I would expect to see a lot of people selling this down further. So it's just the way it is. So we've got our plane there. You have to turn that to red because that's a very red plane, and we're going to spin that around. That's where we are at this stage. So we've got a red plane going down. I would suspect that that's going to continue to go down. We could hold it around here where we are at the moment, but of course if Bitcoin keeps going down, then we could reasonably expect this to keep going down too. Even though it's related to US dollars, this is the market sentiments. The Bitcoin's the ocean. It's going down. It's going to drag even some of these more robust ones. The positive, of course, is that the launch phase is running down. We'll be about 45 days left, and there's a relative scarcity. So as long as the whale syndicate has got a lot of dry powder, they might be able to turn this around, even in the bear market, make this look like a real shining light on the hill, just like we're waiting for Pulsechain to be in terms of layer 1 chains. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see there. Let me know anything else that you've heard anything around these in the chat. Be really, really cool. Cal Hex is announced there. Woo! Good to see you, Cal Hex. Fat Sammy as well. Hello, family. Illinois, is it AM? Is it? Christos in house. Good evening, Superman. The market is getting interesting. It certainly is. Certainly, it's on the downside. I would just probably hold off a little bit there. Hey, look, BTC's making a little comeback there. 22,500 during the live stream there. So that's a little bounce off the bottom. I'm not sure if this one's going to update. Yeah, it's updated. ETH back at 1,200. Let's see where the fight. I think we're kind of at this level now. We should be getting a bit of a fight on to move sideways, but you just never know. The shorters, of course, jump on, keep shorting, jump on top of each other, shorts, taking out shorts, margin shorts, and push the price down further. That's why it just feeds on itself like fuel. It gets more fuel gets put on the fire, as it were. Hex at 3.14 as well. So that's where we're at the stage. All right, I think that's kind of it. Let's have a look at the BNB coins. Obviously BNB at 221. So we're going to check out BNB memes. These are all on a BNB, so they've all got BNB pairs. We're at BNB. We got Pulse Dodge coin here. Pulse Dodge coin actually going against the trend here. Sorry, this is not Pulse Dodge coin. This is Pulse Dodge, the original. I really wish Pulse Dodge coin had taken a different name, but hey, it's just what it is. So this is under 4/10 of a penny at 388. That's what's happening there. It's actually got a little bit of rebound in the last couple of hours. It's kind of counterintuitive there. We've got P33 is at just under 15 cents at 14.82. So just off the bottom too. That it had 13 cents, man. 13 cents, some crazy stuff there. So not a lot of fun in the BNB coins, to be honest. Hasn't been so for a long time. And of course, this one's internet money is looking even more sadly. It's at 549. But of course, the market's red lava, so it's probably just fitting in with the rest of the pack. But it's definitely down at 549. Not the all-time low though. Not the all-time low. I haven't really known about this token up here. But of course, it has had lower lows here as it was ramping up from the beginning, based on this chart. Yeah, so it looks a lot like Hedron, doesn't it? I think Hedron looks a lot like Hedron. If we go to the Hedron chart again and pull it up and go to the daily on Hedron, I'm pretty sure that looks pretty similar. Man, Hedron looks really it's hardcore on that chart there. It looks similar, but doesn't have the lead up, doesn't have the run up. It doesn't have the run up, but otherwise it looks pretty similar. Okay, it doesn't look as similar as I thought it did, because they have 3 towers. This one doesn't. I must be thinking of another chart here that has 3 towers. I'm probably thinking of the Hex chart actually. The Hex chart has the three towers in it. Let me jump over to this one. I think I'm thinking of the Hex chart now. Yeah, I'm thinking more like that because the Hex chart has these 3 towers in it at the top when we're at the top. All right, cool. That's just the way it is. I hope you guys dollar cost averaging, putting your limit orders in. And of course, what will Hex do? Can Hex actually not do what people think it's going to do? Because it's at the moment it's been going down with the market. It's just what it's been doing. Japon in the house there. Nice. It has slowed down though, right? It has slowed down. Could have gone down a lot more with this move down to 22 because we were at what 25 and it was still around 3.6 cents or so. So it does seem to have slowed a little bit. We haven't seen anything big since what 21 hours ago. So we'll see whether the market's willing to sell it down. There's always some seller that's willing. We're just going to see whether they actually pull the trigger there. Oh boy, I'm loving this, says Alan. Yeah. All the buyers are in the house. What else there? Says, Japon says, bam, come on, ETH, just keep dipping. 2.9 cents is Dave. Yeah, I missed all that, so there's all old commentary on that one. Blood everywhere, says Alan. Morning, says Scott. Hey, Scott, good to see you in the house. Hey, champ, mixed crypto arts in there too. Got some cool people in the chat there. Expedition says Tony Vase called X the biggest scam of the year today in his live show. Honestly, can't stand his Bitcoin maxi attitude, even though he's not one. Lol says, yeah, well, Tony Vase is he does his paid groups and his charting right of a Bitcoin, so he's probably getting the margin, gets you onto margin platforms, I think. Let me know if that's true, because I'm just pretty sure that's what he does. Christos says, I think RH was on point with his caviar flex, high quality outrage marketing angle and goofy. Yeah, let's have a look at some of that. I think we've got Richard Hart with the updates, so we're going to go through some of that. Let's see if we can pull this up. Just let me jump out of here. I'm going to remove that. Stop screen there. Let's share this screen. All right, so let's play that. Bam. We got that.
Richard Hart here, just eating some chocolate with 22 karat gold on top because I want my doo-doo to sparkle. Just bear market things, you know what I'm saying? Buy the bottom, you sell the top. You eat literally gold food made out of gold. Follow me, Instagram. Instagram.com/RichardHartOfficial. Happy bear market, y'all.
So happy bear market, y'all. And here's another one from Richard. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Hey everyone, in honor of the bear market, I'm eating what might be the world's most expensive caviar. I'm enjoying. Hey everyone, in honor of the bear market, I'm eating what might be the world's most expensive caviar. It's all the top year and a half ago, by the way. This is $600 per an ounce. Gold caviar from albino sturgeon. If you've never had caviar before, it's gross and slimy, but this stuff actually tastes pretty nice. It's like eating the tears of my haters. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a good bear market.
So that was from Richard regarding the bear markets. I thought that was pretty funny. Nice pull up there, Christos. We're going to add the screen back again. Bam, bam. Right, cool. What else we got there? Let me just turn down my own music. Hopefully you guys could hear the audio. Because he was well dressed, it was a video, and he was talking to the camera. Rango says, hey all, if you flip the monitor over, prices look great. Says, I started my crypto, that's true. Hit the like, says Rango, definitely smash the like. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Where are we getting up to on the channel, actually? Let's have a look here. We're up to 4,692 subscribers, so only 8 away from 2,700. So if you want to become one of those lucky 8, smash the subscribe button and hit the bell for future videos as well. Doing 2 live streams a day, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and X. So get in there for that. So very nice. Let's go forward from there. What else? We got Tufon says, nice to see you, Sweetman. Hey, Tufon, always a pleasure. And 5555 says TB, that's right. So the T-shares are going to be super cheap. In fact, we got the T-share rate coming up in about 15 minutes. So we're going to get into the results for the day for Hex. Thomas says, hey, get it, folks. Oh, and Tone is a simple maxi to pay a little attention to. True. Tank Crypto, woo-hoo-hoo, evening here. Good to see Tank Crypto. Possibly say, I can't work out why Pulse Dodge didn't pick a new name. Demos, maybe that couldn't think for themselves yet. I wish it was a different name. I really do. It's great to see it's doing so well, but I wish it had a different name. Diamond Hands in the house there, 5555. Bob Wells is in the house. Waiting for the pulse ship to blow the old dogs away. Yeah. I have faith in Hex, says him. Yeah, me too. Everything is bleeding, just part of the game. That's true. We have bears and bull markets. That's just in crypto. It happens very fast. It happens very fast. As you guys know on this channel, I've been all about having high asset values. Now the problem is, the problem is that I don't is how long it will be, right? That's always the issue. And of course, we know we have got structural changes, but as long as there's no major financial market collapse, maybe the bear market will be shorter. And of course, maybe we'll see what happens there. It's going to be interesting. I forgot about the gold chocolate one. Classic. Yeah, it was pretty nice actually. The gold looked pretty nice. Pulsechain, yes, now people realize how smart Richard was not launching Pulsechain early. I think we will see a bottom in October, says PulseX. And then Alone Caviar says, what's it? Love Caviar. We'll be enjoying that more after PulseX buys it for me, says Fat Sammy. I like the attitude there. Hi, everybody. DB Cooper's in the house. What else there? When will we see massive liquidation? At what price? Massive for what? What's the context of that PulseX? Let me know. How made it says T-share rate is at 22,759. Did you see Wales only talking about MBS no bid? Brennan, no, I did not see that. So let me know a bit more details in the chat there if you want to. Richard Hart's last stream was funny. Yep. I only watched a bit of the beginning, but I did jump through the video. I just jumped through it. I haven't watched the whole thing though. It was XD. When he grilled that one random chatter and that Mince guy, however you spell it. Dirty Paul says, perhaps the delay ends up saving us from ourselves again, says Dirty Paul. Perhaps it does. I meant for BDC. Okay, so that's PulseX there. Let me go. Also, macro liquidations. Well, we already are seeing that, right? We already are seeing that, but of course, it can go a long way down yet. Richard's call is 11,000, right? So, what were we at? 68% pullback now. So 85% is actually further down than 11. So I think it was at 9.5 when I looked at it. I was dying the whole time. Says watching Rich Hart's video. That's from yesterday. Hey all, hey, good to see Katie in the house. Very cool. Actually, it looks pretty dapper. The restaurant looks pretty nice too. So you know, yeah, the gold there. Actually, the gold chocolate here actually look really good. Look at that gold chocolate.
Richard Hart here.
They look really good. The gold chocolate there. Look at that, man. Oh man, that does look really, really nice. What a marketer, right? What a marketer. That's just the way it goes. So that's pretty cool. That's coming out. Now, we've had nothing from Liquid Loans. So Liquid Loans, nothing from them. Now, I did see that Matt had a news update on there from Matt. So that's out there at the moment from Liquid Loans. But nothing about when it's coming. Now, I did see on YouTube, he did reply to a comment about the Liquid Loan Sacrifice balances. And he said that they were coming soon. So whenever that soon is, we're getting used to. What's our definition of soon? Is it whenever it comes? I think that's our definition of soon. That's whenever it comes. So timing just seems to be in crypto. Just seems to be the one thing that never has any timing on it. It's just going to be when it comes. So this is the way it is. So that was pretty much it from Liquid Loans and Richard Hart there. I don't know if we've got anything from Rackham. We're going to quick look at Rackham Rochelle. So yeah, let's have a look. We got there. I think that's it. Should I? Oh, let's have a look here. We had the update yesterday. This was prediction yesterday. If you missed it, Hex at $1.05. P Hex at $1.15. This is 2 years from launch. 10,050 X for both Pulse and PulseX. So PulseX had actually lifted from 8,000 to 10,000 and Pulse down from 11,000 to 10,000, both from all-time low whenever that is. Obviously, we have a cost price, which is 0001, and of course, the big whales like Rackham Rochelle down at the very bottom at quadruple 043 price, US cents. And of course, but when you get the market pullback, then you got a market price, right? So it's question mark over what that will be. Obviously, you can do some calculations if you wanted to, based on sacrifice values and the current values. You could do something like that. But yeah, Subject to change 60 days, so pretty interesting. Looks like it's got a new question here. 15 hours ago, question: should I initiate the global $1 million challenge again for Hex PLS community? Should I increase it to 5 million? It ran for a year, allowing everyone to call out various individuals trying to initiate a false narrative against Hexons collectively. Let me know. So that was a big challenge you put out there. That helmet's kind of pretty cool. I like the helmet. What else have we got? We've got a few people in here just make some comments, so you might as well get in there and get some comments in there as well. I'm just trying to see whether there's anything that Rackham has responded to. Can't see anything in particular, but definitely some entertainment there for sure. So check that out. I'll post that tweet in the chat there if you want to respond in there. Go for gold. So that's that one there. If you want to respond to Rackham on that one. What else do we got there? Katie, I love the excitement. Thomas is in the house as well. Superman, let's go. Brendan says, I can't explain in the chat too much to write. It's worth watching the whole video, Superman. Okay, Brendan, I appreciate that. Katie says, did you see the Free Pulse the guides coming out with a new project tomorrow? No, I didn't, Katie. I didn't see that. Let's see if we've got that up actually. Free Pulse. I don't know if I actually have watched anything on that lately. Free Pulse on here, Free Pulse list.io. I think that's the one. What else we got there? Free Pulse hot list, is it? Hot list opening in 24 hours. Thanks, Katie, for heads up on this one. Pulse Hotlet, the one and only Pulsechain ranking site. That's in 18 hours 52. That's cool. Hey, thanks for the heads up on that one there, Katie. I like this website. It looks kind of fun. And it's got the listing there. What else we got? We'll drop the real name of project in 90 minutes. What else we got there? We got that. I'm not sure if there's anything in there. Project PHL gonna launch next week. Time to make Pulsechain safe a space 10x better. What else there? Project PLS. What? Not revealed yet. Follow for updates. When 99% in 7 days. That's the closest thing to a timing update, right? That actually get. Sounds like it might actually make it sacrifice. You all really seem to like sacrifices. Prepare, no need. You'll have enough time to miss out. Chain, Pulsechain, unleash the dragon. No different use cases can coexist. P33, free pulse skills. No different use cases. Okay. Note that Hex is the exact same product at 1 cent, 50 cents. There's a good chance the project PLC is being ready for reveal tomorrow. We'll drop the real name in 9 minutes. And so Pulse hot list, the one and only. We actually went to the website there, but there's no further details there. Opening 24 hours. What else there? Core functionality of Pulse hot list is going to launch in 23 hours. Don't need mainnet for that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. But PHL will become a little cooler or hotter after mainnet when we actually utilize Pulsechain. Okay, cool. Just recorded a spontaneous 20-minute video about Pulse hot list with Corey Costa. So you can follow him. Should get uploaded this channel in half an hour. That was 3 hours ago. That should be up and running actually. So if you go to Corey Costa, you'll probably see that one. And yeah, I think that's it on there. So cool. All right, nice. We'll see what that comes from them. Obviously, they've done the P33 chart that we look at every day. And of course, the Pulse hot list there as well. And they also run this site here, the Free Pulse one. I've got Free Pulse, this one here. And so they run this too. So it'll be their third major product out. That's the one they list there. So cool. We'll definitely have to add that into our list. So if you want to get into useful links, we've got new token links in here. So we've got all these links as well. We'll be adding all the new ones. Plus there's obviously the Pulse site has made a list too. Some of those links on there are deprecated on some of their links. So I have to filter that out, and so that we only have quality links in there. So I'll do that too. All right, nice. If you haven't joined Discord, links in the video description. You know how to roll. Hex is making a little rebound. 3.2 cents. Rocking it here with the Hex pump. We got a Hex pump on the hourly. That's what we love. Hex Token channel. Hex pumps on the live stream. That's how Well, actually, it was started at 3.3 cents. So we actually went down to just under 3 cents there, and then we're back over. So we'll see how we go. We've just got to end on a green pump, right? That's all we need to do is just end on a green pump. Fat Sammy says, some simple questions, please, sir. When Pulse, when Lambo? Yeah, no one knows, Fat Sammy. No simple answers there. Timing seems to be out the window. Like if you ask about timing, people say, shut up. Just to be patient. That's all that happens now. When wife and gold chocky, please, sir. I'm looking for exact dates on each. Yeah, I wish we could have some dates too. I still find it fascinating how people are calling Hex a Ponzi scheme after everything that has happened this past year. That's true. And of course, Hex is over 2.5 years now. And of course, we know that it's going to be taking multi-years to move higher. Hey, look, BTC's moving 22,700. Woohoo! That's cool. Now, I've got the 1 day on, but if we do the last hour, what's the last hour? See if we got a green candle. Yay! We're green on the last hour candles. Woohoo! See how you can make it green? That's just the way it rolls. So we're green on the hourly. How about that? So cool. And then where we were going there, we had a couple of comments. So let me go through a couple of comments here. LUSD is holding up like a champ. LL looking good. I know. And this is what I did a whole video on the importance of a native stablecoin. In other words, a stablecoin that's derived from the Pulsechain itself, like community itself. And of course, Liquid Loans is providing that. And I think we're going to be very happy about having a stablecoin that is native. We're not reliant on any other chain, any other exchange, any other entity for stablecoin. We will have Liquid Loans backed by the native token PLS. That's a really big deal. And of course, stablecoins are fundamental for DeFi. So very exciting on there. I'm trying to see where we actually we have ETH tokens. So that's cool. Let's actually bring that up on. Let's go to CoinGecko for lack of a better site. We're going to go to CoinGecko and we're going to have a look at what's it, LUSD. Look, this is a little bit rough, but hey, we're at a premium actually. It's at $1.02, so it's actually at a premium of $1 peg. That's pretty hilarious. Actually, it's been really strong. Look at this thing. This is the last 24 hours. It's been over $1. So there we are. Over $1, you've been making money. So that's pretty much over the last day. And it was actually at peg around $1. Started moving up peg the last couple of days, 1 to 1.1. So it's been really behaving really well. Now, yeah, cool. So yeah, looking really good, man. We're going to get one of these for our own. We're going to, instead of LUSD, we're going to have USDL. So yes, bring on Pulsechain. We're going to have some strong stable coin there. We want everybody else to come with their stable coins too. Obviously, we need to pair those up over the bridge into the pools to give them strong value. But it's good to have our own native one for sure. It gives us a lot of resilience. LS lost its peaks, is it? Yeah, well, it's at a premium though. It was on YouTube, the interview Free Pulse about the new project. Yeah. I pulled that up. Thanks, Brexa. I'll have a look at that later too myself. What's up, guys? Crazy Marcus says, Briz. Hey, Briz. Good. It is true. What else we got there? Hey, Briz. It's madness. Love it, says Thomas. Yeah, Briz. The harder we fall, the sooner we rise. That's true. All right. So that is where we're at the moment on there. We're going to have a jump over to, where are we going? We're going to Nomics. Nomics. Here we go. Off to Nomics. What I want to do is the year on year. We'll have a look at the year on year now. So we've got Bitcoin at down 36%, Ethereum down 45% year on year, Binance down 33% year on year, Cardano 67%, Ripple at almost 60%, Solana down 20%, Polkadot down 65%, Dogecoin down 80%, FTX token down 18%, Tron down 5%, Liquid staked ETH there is 48. Eunice here, Leo down up 105%, Avalanche down up 16%, Shiba up 4%, and Hex down 65% there. Polygon Matic down 69%, and Litecoin down 72%. Chainlink down 72%, Stellar down 74%, Monero down 49%, and Bitcoin Cash to wrap them up. 77 down 77. So some interesting stuff. But a market cap, global market cap is below 1 trillion now, 975 billion, down 81% on a year. Some crazy stuff. Welcome to the bear market, but it's not over yet. We're not quite there yet, so watch out for that. All right, cool VIP. Nice. Oh, this is the hourly chart. Oh no, it's the hourly. Let's go to the hourly. The hourly is green. The hourly is green. Here we go. Bam. Oh, it was green. Oh, it was green for a second. It's actually red now. Oh, that's green. Yay. Yeah, it's green. All right. It could be a bit volatile. Just watch it there. So it's up 0.003% there. That's hilarious. As Ozzy's trying to keep my private group of friends and family positive. Yeah, that's the thing, Briz. Just keep them positive. Accumulate if they can. Pulse says, why do these guys keep coming out with the Pulse projects before Pulse exists? Is Pulse better? I don't know. I think there's a lot of exhaustion. Obviously, in a bear market, it's actually a pretty poor time to pull out a lot of projects, but you need to build up the infrastructure. Regardless, Pulse you need to have all these projects ready to go when Pulsechain launches. So now it's best to do development. It's best to, so two things, do development, make these cool projects. We've got lots of stuff going on Pulsechain, particularly if they're good utilities. And number two, need to keep building our social media so that we get a bigger audience that people can be reached out to. So that's two cool things. From the community point of view, we need to obviously try and pick the bottom at the moment, because the bottom's still not in yet, because BTC can still go down quite a bit from here, another 10k at least. So you need to accumulate. Dollar cost average. Bender's in house there. Hey Bender, good to see you. How I'm at it. Everything is a Ponzi even RH said it. People need to get over it. Woohoo says more like boohoo, says the Briz. Yeah, it is a bit like a boohoo. Hey, look, these are not fun. Having the prices go down is not fun. I've said that on this channel. It's like when we get the prices pulled back, obviously I've always said the absolute dollars are down. So who's celebrating that? I don't think it's a great idea to be celebrating. I was happy with Bitcoin in the 30k range. I think you can see why now, because at least it gave us a sense of support. But of course, we knew that we were still in a bearish trend, right? So we still knew that, and it was going to more likely go down than up, and that's exactly what it's done. And go to 22, 23 was the next target, and that's where we're at the moment. So that's all pretty much played out. And the thing is, of course, if you are in the situation, then you've got to say, well, I know the bottom's probably not in yet, so the bottom's further down. So if I do dollar cost average, you can dollar cost average in at the moment. You can pick up a little bit, but you got to keep that dry powder for if it goes even further down. You can pick up a lot more volume, particularly of Hex as well. Pulsechain's still coming, so you're going to get your 2 for 1, and you know that's going to be one of the stronger liquidity pairs on Pulsechain as well. So that's the other positive there. So, but when it's coming, it could be months away now. Richard talking about this, obviously doing the recoding, could be months away. And with the market moving into more bearish territory, and still some way to go, is my expectation, then we could be months away from that. So once again, we're just going to have to be patient. We're going to be live streaming twice a day, and just keep hanging out and building up your positions in the market. That's pretty much it. Bennett says BTC 15,000, 13,000 next, and Hex 1 cent. Yeah, well, if it gets down to that, Hex is definitely down in that territory as well, Bender. Unless something wild card happens, but that's still going to be an issue. I don't suspect we'll get the wild card is in that context. Waiting for the BTC to hit 20k. Says saving for retirement gains are the best. BTC bounced off that 78.6, says Fat Sammy. And I just need, so that's on the Fibonacci there, I guess. Crypto says, my issue with that is it would mean RH is lying to us when he tweets things like, I've done all I can to launch Pulsechain as soon as possible. What's that referring to, Christos? I'm just trying to, what's your previous comment on that? I can't see it up there. Well, Richard's in a bit of a tight spot. He's got the software which they're doing, and then they've got to launch. So yeah, I mean, definitely back in the May stuff on the YouTube video. That was just silly. That was what the heck was going on there. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to absorb it, Christos, and move forward. It's just what it is now. We will remember. We don't forget, but we don't don't need to, I guess, hold on to it too long because it's good and pointless. Bender says ETH to 500. 500 Bender, that would be amazing. Yeah, $500. Yeah. What did it get down to last time? It was like $93, I think. Was it 93, somewhere in that ballpark, back in early 2020. Ponzi's last 6 weeks to 1 year and have anonymous founders. Hex is going strong under King Richard for nearly 3 years. Isn't stopping here. Well, 2.5 years. We're at 2.5 years. 3 years is coming up. We're going to talk about that shortly. Actually, we've got the Hex daily stats out, so we might as well get into that now. Yeah, we just passed 2.5 years. That was a day 912, 913. We're now on day 925. We've just started that, so we're going to have a look at the results of day 924, just finished, 13th of June. We've got the 3.1 cents, price down 15%, so that's 6 days in a row there. And of course, 8 out of the last 10 days have been price decreases, 3.1 cents there. We've got the Hex payout is 6.183, so there's a little bit of penalties in there, not a lot, but a little bit. So that's a good sign that that there's less people healing and staking. That's actually a good sign. Shows a bit of strength around the staking at the stage. We've got T-share rate, T-share price, sorry, at $719. Man, that's looking pretty good for a 10-year stake. You can get a T-share at the moment, 719, if you stake it for 10 years. If you stake it for 10 years. At 719 divided by 3, that would be $230, basically $240 now for 10 years T-share stake in the X. And of course, you're getting a copy on Pulsechain as well. T-share rate up 6.2 to 22,759. So we're still heading up towards 23,000. Average stake length 6.6 years. APY 39%. Hex in the pool up from 170 up to 185. And liquidity in the pool down from just under 9 million to just under 8.2 million, and liquidity at 915 ETH. So a bit more ETH has been added into the pool there on the Uniswap. What else are we going to have a look at? T-shares 10.4 million. It's pretty similar to yesterday, only up 567 there. So it's still relatively small. What else there? Let's have a look here. Circulating supply is down. That's cool. Staking is up. That is good. And the stake percentage 9.41% staked. Penalties just over 1 million. Yesterday was pretty epic at 13 million, so that was pretty nice. Growth is still going. We've got 175 in total wallets holder there, 467,000, heading towards 500,000. Stakers up 57. That's a better day, up to 96,211. And I think Staker app is still at 94,200 or something. So there's a bit of a gap there, 2,000 gap. And total stakers there at 75, and current holders are up 10. So really weird numbers there, 28, 145, and then 10. So some unusual numbers there the last couple of days. Obviously, we've got to just keep onboarding people, direct marketing, and get out there and do that. You can do all sorts of things, talk to your friend, mail drop the local block, or all sorts of stuff, as I always say. So just you can get out there and do it. Now, Briz, let me know in the chat there if you've handed out all your pamphlets that you've got, because that's a good leading by example is good old Brizology there. Big shout out. Now, if you want to get into talk about that, you can get into general chat and have a chat about direct marketing and spreading the word about Hex. Of course, everyone's going to get a copy on Pulsechain. And of course, Pulsechain is going to come up later in the year. We've also got lots of stuff coming up. Of course, we've talked about this many times. We've got PulseCon coming up. We've got the Million Pulse Tour as well. We've got Maddie Allen's online Pulsechain conference coming up too. So PulseCon 2022. It's getting closer and closer. What's it, 84 days away? I think it is. 84 days and 15 hours away. One would hope that we'd have Pulsechain launch by then, but I think it's going to be a hard ask in my view, because if we've got coding going on, you're going to have way more testing than the coding to make sure you get around the edge cases and everything's running for Pulsechain. So we'll see. It's going to be a pretty close one, I think, if we do get to launch within a 84-day time frame. So we'll watch the space on that. The Million Pulse Tour, of course, kicking off. We talked about that yesterday. Going to be pretty awesome around the United States. It's going to be epic. And then, of course, we've got Maddie Allen online as well, doing PulseCon conference online coming up too. So cool. We're currently on day 925 of Hex, and of course 1,095 days is 3 years, so it's still way off yet. but we are over 2.5 years old, so it really is maturing. Remember, Hex is a staking product, 15.2 years long, and of course we must be up to what's that 17 and 3/4 of a year now, from the beginning through to the longest stake away. So it really is starting to get mature. We'll probably have to have a celebration when we get to that sort of time length of 20 years. That'd be pretty epic as well. And if we've watched a lot of videos recently of children and grandchildren getting Hex stakes, Hex T-shares. There's all sorts of age groups that have got T-shares now. The younger generation getting T-shares, and that's the cool thing, is that Hex has that dynamics in it, where even grandchildren and children are getting their T-shares stake, which is pretty cool. And that's part of the story of Hex. So very cool. It'd be nice to see a little bit of that in the highest of stakes, actually. I mean, I know there's going to be obviously a cool narrative and stuff like that, but it'd be quite cool to see how many, that sort of what the reach of Hex has been, and it's only 2.5 years so far with gatekeeping. But of course, we're seeing lots of innovation in the space by the Hex community and Pulsechain community that is going to change the game on that. And we saw that yesterday when we talked about Maximus and their new products. So excited about that. Yeah. So what else? Yeah, Maximus Base and Maximus Team are coming out, so very exciting. It's going to eat up more Hex off the market. I love it. So that's cool. We've got Hex at 3.2 cents at the moment. Let's leave it on the chart here. We're going to screen up there and see that. Let's get in some more comments. RH is timing the market remover. Told you so, says Bennett. That's true. It does appear that's more the case. It is in contrast to what he originally said about he just wanted to launch as soon as possible, not when the bear market was. But it definitely seems to have gone with that now, Bender. So you're right on that one. Could be right. That will benefit the system in the long run, and also better worked on its in the bear market. Yeah. That's true. The other thing, of course, I posted a video yesterday of Richard Hart's update, so you can check that out on the channel as well. Blues in house there, burning on fire, like it. I do think even if Pulse mainnet is finished, RH won't release it until the time is right. I agree with that. I hope those waiting on 1 cent Hex never get it. I hope it goes parabolic and they have to buy in at 10 cents. Does that mean? Don't care. I agree with you on the DP. I like higher prices. Obviously, the lower prices, the more volume you can get. But once again, when you go back up through the price levels, you got all that resistance to go through again, right? So because if people get cheaper and then more traders, speculators, then you've got to, if they're going to sell it at a 2x, you got to buy through all that pressure, sell pressure. So you do have to work your way back up there. On the other hand, if a lot of the people are accumulating Hex at 1 cent, diehard Hexkin believers, and of course they hodl that because they know how to hodl long term, then that would be pretty positive for the price as well. So you'd have less resistance going through the higher prices. So I'm agree with you, DB. I'm with you on that one. Yes, I think that's awesome. Totally on board with them enhancing the system. The time is right. I just don't like the implication that it means RH is lying to us as Chris does. Yeah, I would just say definitely the May date was definitely a problem for me. But once again, we just have to leave it in the background. We do realize that Richard has to gamify the launch somewhat, and of course he'll always wait for the best timing. So in RH we trust, as it were. Chris does in RH we trust. Why are you doing us like that? Says yeah, says yeah, that's true. Chris says I'm conflicted about it, but it's no biggie in the long run. That's true. That's true. What else we got going there? How Matt says, how long do you think we'll have to hover around 1 to 3 cents Hex, waiting for payday? Hey, look, I think it's going to be here for a little while. How I made it, and I suspect we'll have a bit of a battle here, but we could actually slip down again. We could be here for a very short period of time and slip down to 17,000-18,000 on the BTC. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. Let me go back to the daily on the BTC. Daily there. Let's scroll this up here. So I'm going to get. So our support here at the moment, we're already at that support level. The next top of the range is in 1980 down to 1770. This is kind of our next little area that we would go to. We may hover here for a little bit, but this could actually be quite short-lived, and we may end up going back down even further down to this level 17 to 19 in here, 19, 17 to 20k in here. That's kind of where we've got there. We've got a little bit of support down at 16.3. That's where we're going. Now, if we get to Richard Hart's 11k, that's a way down here. So let's have a look at that. 11k. 11k is down here. That's where Richard's target market was on a full pullback. So still got a bit of way to go there. And of course, let me just scroll that up there. Pull that up. That's still got the wrong one there. No, so if we're still going down to Richard's full to 11k, that's still around 50%, 50% decrease of Bitcoin from here, 50% pullback. So still there. Now we actually can get this in a few days, right? So people are predicting out monthly, and I guess it's probably more reasonable on average, but because we do have this consolidation area here. But I think if we have a consolidation here, it could be quite short, and then we would be down again. Now where will we go? Like I say, I think 17 650, something like that might be the next one. So the bottom of that range. So might actually have so down to there, and I don't know where I get rid of my arrows, but I can't remember. I've got the wrong ones here, but that's where we're at this stage. So cool. How we doing? An hour. We just come up to an hour. Pretty not too bad. Let's have a look here. Someone jumped through some of these. Crystal says my first comment was about Jake Sharp's compelling argument that Rich RH is intentionally holding off the launch. Yeah, well, I agree with that. I agree with that too, Christos. But of course, I presume he's writing around the code's actually been written, so I wouldn't be too critical of that in my view. I think that is going to help the chain. Yeah, 3 years sounds more convincing, says Pulsechain. 3 years, yeah, I get it. Katie says, I believe the hot list project will be a ranking site for Pulsechain projects. This will help the community understand the difference between good and bad projects to invest in the future. I like that, Katie. That's awesome. I like that. That's cool, Katie. That is a very good, useful site for the community. Biggest Ponzi in the US dollar, going strong since President Wilson sold out the country, says DV. Man, you're bringing back the history there, DVK. Yeah, that's true. I have not passed all of them out. I got 1,000 of them. Nice, man. Well done, Chris. Hey, really, Chris is getting out there and made his own pamphlets up and actually spreading the word. So that's really cool, Chris. I give people Hex leaflets whenever I buy something off a cashier. Oh, that's nice, man. That's smart. You could have little cards, like when you buy something, you could hand them over a card like that. That's a really good idea. So it's very personalized, actually. That's a good strategy. Smash those likes, says Katie. Definitely smash the likes. Thomas says, got to look into your pamphlets. It may be fun to put in an Amazon packages sent out. That's true too. I can't ask for a review, but a rewards program. Just pop in to give support and say hi to all, says Get Hex. I've been taking a few relief shifts while we wait. Nice, Get Hex. Working hard. I'm accumulating Hex as I bought in at a high rate, so DCA is good for me. 1 cent works, says Great White. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people in that boat. If you bought up at 30 cents, 40 cents, somewhere like there, 25 cents, then obviously the best way to lower your average rate dramatically is to buy down at these levels, and you'll be able to balance that. Your break even will drop dramatically by doing that. Good move there, Great White. While the world around crashes, the cleanup makes it wild, says Thomas. What else there? Got the thumbs. What's up, Fam Bam? Hey, it's now in the chat there. Good to see it's now. Good to see you in the house. Back to the basement. Stay well, friends, says Thomas. That's hilarious, man. Back to the basement. I wish I can throw a little card in my pharmacy bags, though. That's the end of each. That's hilarious. All right, very cool. There's now over 700,000 Hex for one BTC at the moment, says it's now. Wow. You are late. Craig didn't have you digging holes in his backyard again, says Fat Sammy. All right, so that's where we are on the Bitcoin. Celsius, obviously, the talk of the town at the moment, the next Luna, as it were. We've gone through a lot of their latest and greatest stuff there in terms of stuff, their returns. Hex are currently just under 3.2 cents at the moment. We can see that there, it's actually just over 3.2 cents there at the moment. So let's see. Let's see if a big buyer decides to start coming in at a certain point, starts moving the price up. We will see. All right, if you haven't joined the Discord, links in the video description. Bing, bing. So hit that, smashed it up there. We're at 493 members, and of course 7 away from 500. So we'll get there in the end, and feel free to join. Was it smart contracts? 5 years in the making. That's some burger, man. Look at that burger. Full system state and proof of stake implementation within 60 days. It's got Richard there. And proof of stake implementation within 60 days with the caveat. Nice. We've got a few people in the house jumping in there. Damn. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to update the new tokens list here. I'll add in all the other extra projects there. These links actually work. So that's probably the useful thing there as we go. All right. How are we doing for time? It's currently 12:36. And we've got a few people in the chat there. Yeah, if you join Discord, that is the link in the video description there. Now, I'll be doing a second live stream later today, so hopefully you guys all catch me for that. Yeah, hope that we liquid loans, sacrifice balances come in soon, apparently, Matt says. So we'll just have to wait once again. It's now, did RH claim within 60 days? Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. So I'm not sure who I mean, that's the main source there. So yeah, please let us know if there's a source for that implementation in 60 days. Let us know. Yeah, if you haven't smash the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to smash the like as well. We're gonna chill out in a couple of minutes. So let me just pull up a video of Richard, and I love this. Is my favorite one, I think. So I'm gonna play that.
I think cryptocurrency is one of the few things in the world that could really return power back to the people. Every year you get less and less choice, your money's worth less and less, your hours get longer. It seems like almost everything's getting worse. And crypto is one of the few things that lets you extract yourself from that horror. You can participate in the world's highest performing asset class. You can participate in trustless peer-to-peer revolution in finance where there's no banking hours. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's you and the code. Nobody else can stop you from cashing out. Nobody else can stop you from doing what you want to do. And when you give people the power to create good things, they quite often do. A lot of innovations come from cryptocurrency. There's things you can do in crypto that you can't do anywhere else in the world. And I'm proud to be part of that revolution.
So it was pretty positive from Richard there. I like that one. It's a pretty cool video. Yeah, so that's pretty quiet on the streets at the moment. So nice to see. I think it's good to see a lot of the Pulsechain community developing new projects. Obviously, as a community, we need to be really thinking hard about the merits of each project. And anything that's offering great utilities, I always prefer that myself because it's something that's going to help the chain flourish. So I always like utility projects in particular. They tend to get valued the most as well, if you think about it. So the chain itself, the exchanges, the bridges, they typically get valued up pretty well. The DeFi, lending, typically get valued up as well. So it's going to bode well. Yeah, we wait patiently for everything. We're waiting patiently for everything. That's what we're doing. But in the meantime, we spread the word, we build, and we accumulate. So those are the three things that we do. And we'll wait for all the goodness to come later on. That's pretty much it. So cool whip on that. Now I'm going to play another video since it's video time at the moment. It's video time. So we're going to play that one. Let's play this one here. This one. I'll play this one.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs, but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had an inflation bug. XLM's had an inflation bug. Ravencoin's had an inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's a superior design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug, and we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got.
Cool. So those are my two favorite ones, I think, out of the 7 series for the highest of stakes. I like them a lot. I like the music, says Sandy Beach, with the old violin. With the old violin there. Yeah, that's the world's smallest violin, Sandy. It's the world's smallest violin. Oh. All right, cool. Here's our prices at the moment. We've got Hex at 3.2 cents. We've got Hedron at a 222, which seems really low at the moment, to be honest. Maxi at 5.5 cents, but the premium on a Maxi is holding up like a boss, and it's sitting at 69%, looking pretty good. And Pulse Dodge Coin is at $1.76, and that's where it's at that stage. But this thing, Pulse Dodge, if the Whale Syndicate so chooses later when they get closer to the end of the launch phase, might end up we could see some fireworks there. Obviously not guaranteed, but we'll be looking out for that in terms of Pulse Dodge Coin. Let's have a quick look and see what their total supply is at the moment. And we're going to wrap up soon in a couple of minutes. I'll be back on a second live stream later today in about 5 hours time, somewhere like that, 4.5, 5 hours time. So stay tuned for that later on in the day. We'll see how any news has come out or what the prices have been doing since that time. So let's have a look at, we've got 137,000 Pulse Dodge coins in the pool. Let's see what we've got in the mint. So 4,856,893 Pulse Dodge have been minted so far. Maximum is 12,200,000, around about that. But I think it will only end up being probably around 6 million, that's my guess. We've got 13,964 holders. That's not much different from yesterday. You can see that's flat, actually. So that's cool. Obviously, with the sell down there as well, we've had a sell down on price. The holders, whoa, what the heck? What? 290 there, 210, 155, 80. We've had some changes here. That 290 looks the same. This 210 looks different. 9 days. Okay, it's not different. What's happening there? This looks so different. 210. Let's have a look at the top one there. 290. 5 days. Oh, nothing there. Why did I think that looked different? For some reason, I thought that looked different there. Maybe I'm just double thinking it too much there. They're all the same. Okay, I'll take that back. So I apologize. I just thought that looked a bit different, but it wasn't. 54. Is that one different? 1 hour. Okay. Okay. There's a buyer. There's a buyer in there in the last hour. So they're buying, put another almost 2,000 there in Pulse Dodge. So that is one of the whales. So anyone sort of up at that 40-50K mark is in that vicinity. So there is one whale is buying there. And the rest of them are down below there. So interesting stuff there. Go to a contract, have a look at, see how many people have claimed. 21,414 have claimed so far. So 21.4 divided by 91, and that is 23.5% approximately have claimed. Claimers at the moment in the last wee while. You'd think there'd be a lot of claimers at the moment, right? Trying to get some free money. 57 minutes ago, there was a little one. So not a lot of claimers in the last hour. Interesting stuff there, and the time frame is counting down. So we're going to quickly look at that. So look here, 45 days to go. So I was right about that. 45 days, 13 hours to go for Pulse Dodge coin. Now that's a free airdrop to T-share stakers. If you had stakes on the 20th of April, you would have qualified for that. That's just where it is. All right, we're coming up, so we're going to wrap up in a second. Let's Fat Sam says, please share that last clip about security on Discord. I want to share that. Okay, I'll post that, Fat Sammy, in the Discord. I like the Elder Scroll music on RH clip, says KD. Yes. So anyone watching, smash the likes. Definitely smash the likes. And of course, Refined is in. How good to see you, Refined. Made it in, says Stevie D. G'day from Seattle. Stevie D, you did. We're just about to wrap up, actually. So just come at the end there. But I will be back on live stream, and like I say, in about 4.5 to 5 hours time. So we'll be having a second live stream then, and see whether they've got anything new. The next big thing, of course, is Liquid Loans coming out, but we have got some cool projects doing some cool stuff. Maximus, now it looks like we've got Free Pulse coming out with a cool site as well. So we'll be covering that. That sounds pretty neat. All right, let's play some cool funky music on the way out. Why not, eh? Let's do it. Let's play our favorite one, Power City Core. We're going to play it with the funky music. I hope you guys enjoy this. Catch me later on today. I hope you guys have a good time, and we'll see us again soon. All right. See you guys. Take care. Bye for now.